Good morning, fam. How are you? So grateful for another day of existence. Hey, when I got up this morning, I did not read my name in the obituary. So that let me know that I have another opportunity, another chance to be not just busy, but be productively busy. With that said, this morning I woke up with something seriously embedded within thought. I thought about the crisis that's going on not only in our great city of Indianapolis, but across the nation, even across the waters. I thought about and thought on some of the systemic issues that we have contended with for so very, very long. And it took me to a perimeter in thought. It took me to a place in thought where I'm so sure that there are so many others besides myself that allow themselves, as Plato would say, have a meeting with themselves. He stated that any time that we think, we sit and think that we're having a meeting with ourselves. In the meeting that I was having with myself this morning, I began to some degree become somewhat discouraged. Not in life, but how we deal with life. Things that we have dealt with as a people, that we have dealt with not just today, but has gone on for years. I listen in that I do, I listen so pointedly to so many folk, not only here in the city, but across the country, they talk about the family issues. They talk about the violence. They talk about the crime. They talk about parents. They talk about parenting skills. They talk about if the parents were doing better, it could be like this and it could be like that. And I agree to a large extent. However, I think also about the mothers that, due to circumstances and situations beyond their immediate control, has had to contribute to raising children by themselves. If I could be somewhat transparent here just for a moment, I think about my own mother and how she ended up having to raise children by herself. Then I think about mothers who have had to raise men children or sons without a father. I think about males that have grown up over the years without the male image, without the male instructions. I thought about young men that have gone on jobs and have lost jobs the moment that their male supervisor gives them directions. You know, when you work for someone else, you have to take directions. You have to be instructed. There's a thing called order. And the moment that a male figure may have to be direct with a young man, how often the first thing that comes out of his mouth is that my mother doesn't talk to me like that. And oftentimes they will abandon their jobs. They will quit. I think about how so many of us as males have desired the relationship, and not just a relationship, because I've also found out that you can have a relationship and it not necessarily be a good relationship. We have relationships and they're not healthy relationships. However, the ability to have a healthy, productive relationship with a father figure, if not a biological father, it becomes imperative for a young man. It is the essence of what begins to develop within him manly characters, manly dignity, and manly honor. He begins to bring a balance in his manhood. Then as I began to just think on it just a little bit further, I realized that the male holds the key to the nation as the male goes. So does the family go, society, and the world. And how it is critical that the subject of male crisis be a priority for men, women, and national governments, so we can secure progressive social developments in the world. In other words, I'm saying that the male figure has a prominent place of importance in the progressiveness of our society. The number one challenge to the male is his identity crisis. The average man today is confused about his manhood, his masculinity, and even his sexuality. Unfortunately, it seems to be something that we really spend a lot of energy in recognizing and displaying our manhood. For some reason, we have come to believe that masculinity in its entirety denotes manhood. And then sexuality is more important than responsibility. I'm not here to browbeat the brothers today, by no means at all. As a matter of fact, I pray and hope that with this message going out, that it will contribute to some type of encouragement. When I talk about the masculinity, the manhood, the sexuality, I'm going to say something here that, is kind of like that, but it's just truth. And if there's anything that I have come to know, and that is that we need truth today. We need truth more than we need money. Think about it. The thing swinging between your legs, brothers, that does not make you a man in its absolute. It is what is in your heart, and it is what is in your head. The male today does not have a clear definition of who a man is supposed to be. And it's not totally our fault. It is what in so many cases we have been led to believe, even by them, oftentimes, that we have trust, we have believed in, we have even looked up to. Many men today, hear what I'm saying, are broken. They're beaten and discouraged by the mirage of unique challenges that we face in our society today. In a society that these things did not just start happening, they began so long ago and have followed us from generation to generation. I want to conclude this particular this session right here with saying that the only way that we can make a real comeback and truly live a life with confidence, transparency, and dominion that transforms the culture in which we live is through godly character and kingdom influence. I'm going to let that be the last word for today. But I'm going to come back a little bit later at another date and time. I'm going to talk to you about kingdom influence, kingdom building. Every king has a kingdom. Every kingdom has kingship. We that have kingdom influence should be projecting kingdom influence that prepares the next generation and the generation to come. Let that be the last word for now. I bid all of you, my brothers, my sisters, peace be unto you. Until the next time, this is Horatio Luster signing off. Peace.